Good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? All right, listen, here's what I need everybody to do. Everybody stand up. Stand up. It is the third full day. We have ridden for 10 plus hours in a bus. We have blobbed, we have paintballed, we have rafted, we have sang, we have slept on terrible mattresses. So we are gonna stretch. So everybody reach all the way up as high as you can go. Open your lungs as far as they can go. Open your lungs. Oh, open your ribs nice and wide. Take a deep breath. All right, all the way down to your toes, all the way down to your toes, all the way down, all the way down. Arch your back, arch your back, arch your back. Head up, arch your back. Roll up slowly, roll up slowly. All right, a little bit of twist, a little bit of twist, a little bit of twist. Twist it out. Okay. All right, now windmill with your arms, windmills. All right, ready? This is one of my favorites. Start the lawnmower. Start the lawnmower. All right, good. All right, so we're awake. You guys can grab a seat. You can grab a seat. Hey, was last night not a great night? Hey, you guys can have a seat. Sit. Go find somewhere to sit. Was last night a good night? Yeah. So there was great stories of life change, and you guys making some really cool decisions for Jesus, which we as a staff and as volunteers love to hear. I had a blast out there playing Ultimate Frisbee, seeing you guys dancing, playing basketball, having conversations. Such a cool thing for me as a staff member to see you guys do that, which is awesome. So I just wanted to clarify something for you guys last night. My goal, even though I knew I was coming back out on stage at the end of the night, my goal was to keep the pink. It really was, as terrible as it felt. I will tell you that I think I got sunburned yesterday, and my pores were opened on my face, and it was burning my flesh. So I had to take it off. It was a 15-minute dilemma. I was like, I want to keep it on, but I had to hose it off. I'm sorry. It was burning me. I didn't know if it was a chemical burn, and this is too beautiful to mess up. So, Leaders, if you have not gone back and grabbed the pile of shirts with your name on it for your students, the Fuse Awesome Illusions shirts that we have, make sure you go back to the swag table when we are done and grab your pile of shirts. That'd be awesome. Now, you guys all get the Illusion shirts, which are awesome. But we do have some swag. I know I've seen some dudes rocking the tank. I see you talking my advice. You guys look extremely buff. We do have some tanks left over. We do have these t-shirts. Oh, I gotta give context for these t-shirts, because let me ask this. Has anybody been, I don't know if you guys knew, these icons at the top represent the 4 places that we have done Fuse in 10 years. Is there anybody here who has been to all 4 of those places for Fuse? Yeah, anybody? Awanata? All of them? Like one person back there. All right, maybe another one. Maddie, is that Maddie? I can't tell. Yeah, so okay, there's very few of us that have been to all 4. So Awanata is represented by a Hummer, because they had Hummer rides, like up and down the mountain, and it was not like, oh sweet, we're riding on the Hummer. It was like they would blast it as fast as they could up and down these hills while you sit on the outside. It was like a amusement park ride that you could actually really die on. Long Ridge, we only went 1 year, but that 1 year at Long Ridge, they let us double blob. I don't know why, but that means we would put one tiny person out on the blob and 2 dudes would link arms and jump and land at the same time. So that's why we put the blob on there. Crown Reef, how many of y'all went to Crown Reef? Myrtle Beach, yeah. So that's represented by a wave because we were at the ocean. And the last one, Ocoee, obviously here with a, what do we call it? Rafting, yeah. So, this is a cool shirt because it represents everywhere we've been, so feel free to grab one of those. Does anybody wear a large and hasn't gotten one yet? No? Who? Okay, over there. Colin, you can have that one. There you go. I didn't ask if I could do that. I just did. Sorry, Taylor. So, swag, if you guys don't buy the stuff, that's totally fine. We're gonna take it back and we're gonna sell it to your parents or our staff. So if you really want something and you think maybe it'll be there when I get back to Wilmington, it may not be. So if there's something back there you think you really like, go back there and take care of that today. Tsunami, here's what I wanna talk about right now. So I know a lot of you guys are pretty connected to our ministries at our different campuses, and which is awesome. But maybe you're here and you're not as super connected. Maybe you live in Wilmington or Leland or the New Bern area, and you come every now and then, and you've come to Fuse, and you're like, I want to have this continue. I can't promise you that what you're gonna experience at our campuses is gonna match the intensity of a week at camp. What I can promise you is that our campuses are gonna do the absolute best that we can to help you stay connected to a small group of people, to staff, and to people who love you and want to help you continue to figure out what does it look like to have faith in God. Our ministries are designed to do that all year long. And so Fuse is awesome, and it's a great way to kickstart things or to restart things, but this is really successful for people who have been connected all year long. And I want to give you guys an encouragement to stay connected to our student ministries. So, in New Bern, the very next thing is it this Sunday, Jonathan? Yeah, so this Sunday, you guys are doing a Fuse recap from 6 to 8:30. Make sure you do that. And New Bern, you guys are going to continue to do your programming all throughout the summer. So if you're not super connected, I'm going to encourage you to stay connected once Fuse is going to end. This is going to stop tonight, or after we take another 10-hour bus ride. And you can continue this in New Bern by staying connected. Leland, you guys are going to be meeting at the Oak Island Cabana this week, Matt? Yeah, so Oak Island Cabana. And student ministry in Leland continues to run as is. Like their move up is next week after this coming Sunday. So they're going to continue to meet on Sundays at their normal times. Wilmington, we do something a little bit different. And we did something extremely intentional this year. We didn't do a whole lot of programming before Fuse because it takes so much energy for us as a staff to pull off what you guys are just experiencing. We backloaded the summer with consistent meeting times called Student Ministry Summer Nights. The next 4 Wednesday nights in Studio 3, you're gonna have a chance to keep Fuse going. So starting a week from tomorrow and the next 4, we're gonna be in Studio 3, continuing to do SMSN, which stands for Student Ministry Summer Nights, high school and middle school together. We're gonna be doing community groups. We're gonna be putting you in community with your grade so you can keep this going when you get home, okay? And then stay connected throughout the school year. So I just wanted you to know that we want to be your church and give you the opportunity to stay connected throughout the rest of the year. If you don't live in Wilmington or New Bern or Leland and you live out of state, find a student ministry to stay connected to. If you're not in a church yet, find one. Encourage your parents. Get connected somewhere. Because this is great to do once a year, but we need your rhythms of surrender. We all need our intervals of surrendering our lives to Jesus to be a lot shorter than 1 year intervals. It needs to be moment by moment, day by day, week by week. And the best way to do that is to stay connected. Okay? So that is my rant for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and invite up, I think, Taylor and Jeff. Okay, great. Awesome. Go ahead and welcome them to the stage, guys.
The music stopped too soon.
No way.
What's up, guys? How you
Hey,
guys
we found
doing?
this. Whose is this?
Natalie
Oh,
Azento.
shame. Hey, there you go.
How hydrated do you
How
have to stay?
shameful.
Look at that thing. It's huge.
How shameful.
How are you guys doing this morning? You guys awake yet?
Woo!
Oh, come on. Last day of camp. Are you guys awake yet?
All right, cool.
was okay.
Cool. Hey, let's see where we're at with our Best of Fuse competition. Let's see those points if we
Show
have
us
them.
the points. Points. The
Points,
The
points, points, points. All right, there are the current points. Hold on.
You guys don't seem very excited.
Yellow's in first. Let me hear some
Where's yellow at?
yellow. All right.
Who is in last?
Who's on the bottom there?
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Hey. Silver team.
Real quick, can everyone else help us?
Who's your team leader? Steven? Where's Steven at?
Where's Steven in here? Steven.
Who is? Carolyn is? Carolyn, will you stand up?
Yeah, there you go. Just stand up.
Steven,
Here,
come up here really quick.
Just real quick. Yeah! Look at him. Just taking his
All
time.
right, just really quick, guys, while they're standing. Could you guys help us out? Shame.
Shame. All right,
sit back
wait,
down,
hold
sit
up.
back down.
It is a little bit shameful, but
You guys can come back, Greg.
there are 3 opportunities today to get points. If you guys win them, you guys are right back in this, right? So you guys got it. Here we go. We're going to just jump into a game today.
This is your chance to come back. You guys got to want this. Do you want
You
it?
got to want it. You got to
right.
want it. So this game is entitled
Fast food.
Fast Food. How many of you guys like fast food? Yes.
We
It's
like
my
fast
favorite.
food
That's all
too.
I eat. That's my diet. You can see fast food diet right here.
So today we're going to make some food move
Pretty fast.
fast.
At you guys. So this is what we need. We need 2 people from every team that have not played a game up front. Hold up. One of your
Hey,
Hey,
guys.
None of you guys can come up. There you go. All right, so one of you from each color of the 2 that are coming up, one person comes up stage with us. The other contestant from each team is going to form a line in the center
middle of the
aisle
aisle.
for us, okay? So here we go. We need a line of colors up front that are going to be on stage.
And remember, we want people that have not played yet. Purple.
One of you needs to be in the aisle. Are you the same color?
Stay on stage.
Here we go. What team are you? Orange.
You're both
What
pink.
team? Blue. Purple.
We got too
pink.
many. We already got another blue. You got to sit down. We already got
We
one.
already got a blue up here. We already got a blue. What team are you? You're blue too. What team are you? We got too many blues. You gotta sit for us. Sorry.
blue too.
1, 2, 3, 4,
blue.
5, 6,
You're green.
7, 8. We're missing one color on stage. We're missing one color. All right, you guys right here, you need to go to Jonathan right there in the aisle. All right, I need you guys in a single file line back.
Were we missing Gray? You're Gray? Y'all were the last ones up? You didn't even want it. Come on, Gray.
All right, single
Seriously?
file line. This is the way it works. This is the way it's gonna work, okay? You're gonna be first. People in the middle aisle, this is important. This is your order. People in the middle aisle, this is your order. Purple, yellow, orange, pink, black, green, red, blue, gray, It was, what's you? Green, gray, blue, red. That is the order. Real quick, we're gonna do it again. Make sure you're in the same order in the middle aisle.
So first up is purple.
First up is purple.
And here's what's
Then we
gonna-
have yellow. Then we have orange. Then we have pink. Then we have black. Then we have green. Then we have gray. Then we have blue. Then we have red, okay? So that is gonna be our order. This game is very simple.
Here's what's gonna happen. We have a bucket of delicious Little Debbie snacks right here. And we are going to launch them straight at you. You have to catch them in your apron. If you catch them, good on you. Go to the back of the line. If you catch it in your mouth, automatic win.
You guys just win the game. We're gonna stop if you catch this thing in your mouth. Just saying. Listen, the first two to catch a piece of food are gonna make it to the point round. Does that make sense? So the first 2 teams that catch a piece of food, you're gonna be aiming for your partner down
And
there.
Alan Rock, if someone actually catches it in their mouth and starts choking, you're responsible for the Heimlicher maneuver.
So we're gonna hold this. Hopefully we got some music, because that would make this pretty fun.
Do you know how
You're
to
just
use-
gonna grab whatever you want, and we're gonna start this game. You guys in the right order? Once you shoot, you go to the end of the line and we just rotate. Pretty clear, right? Ready? Three,
Hold
two,
on, hold on.
Whoa, you better
You
be
are
ready.
trying to catch
You better
it
be
in
ready to
your
catch
apron.
this. Like this. Like this.
No, from the bottom.
Grab the bottom of it. Yeah,
There
try to
you
catch
go,
it. There we go.
there
Ready?
you go.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, heads up. Heads up.
Twinkie
Hurry,
to the
quick, quick.
face.
Go, go, go. We got to move.
Cheer
we got
for
to
your
move. Try to get your
team.
partner. Try to get your partner there. Get her. Get her.
From
get
the
her.
bottom,
Let's
Chloe.
go.
From
Let's
the
go.
bottom.
Oh, that was
You're the
terrible.
worst.
That
You're
was
the
really
worst.
bad. Just launch that thing. Hurry. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Oh, no, that was not good. Here you go. You got
Yeah,
it.
that's a
Oh,
good
that's
strategy.
a good strategy right
From
there.
the bottom.
Oh, pink team! Stand to the side, stand to the side, you made it. All right, there we go, launch that, launch that, launch that. Oh, next up, here we go. Fast food, launch the, heads up! Oh, all right, next up.
Hold the apron
Let's
from
go.
the bottom,
Gray, wait,
like
we
that.
need Gray. Are you Gray? We need Gray. Are you Gray? All right, cool,
Yeah.
Gray. Oh, all right, hurry. Here we go. We just need one more person. Oh, you gotta hold
Try
it.
again,
You
try
gotta hold
again,
it in
try
there.
again.
You gotta hold it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, good try.
Red. That's going right into the ceiling. There you go. Oh!
Are you okay, sir? Are you okay?
He might have lost an eyeball. That's an oatmeal pie to the face. Here we go. Real quick. Twinkie, my favorite. Hey, if you're out there and you're hungry, just open your mouth. You might get lucky. Here we go.
Cheer for your team. Let's go.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness, you guys are trying to destroy lights.
Is pink team the only capable?
Right there, right
Is
there,
pink
right
team
there.
the only capable?
Right there. Here we go. Oh! All right,
Doesn't
3,
matter.
2, 1, get him. Oh,
Oh,
that's
so
it.
close.
Did he catch it? No. Oh, so close. Here we go. Ready? Oh, next up, Gray.
Nice try.
Next up. That was really close. You guys are getting better. There we go. You got this. Look at
Pink
this.
team
A good
got Twinkie
shot.
to the
A good
face.
shot right there. Ah! Oh, so close. Here we go. Yes, yellow! All right, those are it. You guys can all go sit down. Yellow and pink.
Yellow and
Yellow
pink
and
stay.
pink. Those, you guys are out there?
Let's make them switch. Yeah, hey, pink and yellow.
We'll
I'll stay.
leave you guys the way you are. Jonathan, go to Jonathan. Just throw that. You're good. Here. All right, here we go. The way the point,
Bad gray team.
we're gonna put this right in the middle. The way this round is gonna work. Chloe, you are going to go over there. Mel, put your hands
This is good.
up.
I love
Mel,
you,
put your
Gray
hands
team.
up.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna go stand right next to
feel
him.
I feel bad.
Over here. Hey, go stand by Grace. Grace, put your hands up.
Do you want a donut?
Go stand over there.
Feel
Go
bad
get in
now.
that aisle. You're going right over there, yellow. All right,
5 points for gray team.
here we go. Whoever catches this wins. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whoever catches it first wins. Keep going. Oh, that was a good one. Almost. Get some points. Oh!
Yellow team wins! Yes!
Woo! Yellow takes
Yellow
the
team, let's
points.
go!
Wow, what a shot.
You guys, I have a Twinkie stuck to the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, go sit
Yeah,
down.
you guys can take it. Hey, yellow team. Here's
Hold
a
on.
snack for later, yellow.
Hold on.
No, don't. Oh, I thought you were going to step on them all. Here, yellow team. Yellow, you guys want?
Take those Debbie snacks.
Those are for you. Enjoy.
Do you think little Debbie's still little?
I don't know.
Or is she like old Debbie now?
I don't know what's going on.
Or dead Debbie? Sorry if you're related. My sincerest condolences.
Hey, how many of you guys have a fuse wish that you're hoping gets granted? Oh.
Should we bring out that freaking fairy?
We need
again?
you guys to help us bring her out by saying,
fairy,
fairy, fairy, fairy.
How's it going?
You're so glittery today. Oh,
Why are you
yeah.
throwing glitter on
No, no.
How's everyone doing today? Oh, I'm so happy to see all of you. Did you have a good breakfast?
What do fairies eat for breakfast?
Glitter.
Fairies eat glitter with
And
pancakes
unicorn
and
meat.
glitter. And you.
Grilled
Okay.
unicorn.
Anyway, we're gonna grant some wishes. Woo!
That
I
one
need
girl was
some-
really stoked.
I need some friends to come on stage. I need Jonathan Lemaire.
Where's Jonathan?
I need Courtney Everett.
Courtney Everett.
I need Helen and Kylie.
What's about to happen?
This is really weird.
Why are
Hey,
you bringing
hey,
staff
Jonathan.
members on stage?
How you guys doing?
Because I'm granting a wish.
You know what I've often thought?
I don't want to know.
That tutu would look really good on Jonathan Lemaire.
No.
Does anyone else think that?
Okay, all my friends up here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys what my friends wished for. So the orange team
Yep.
wished for Jonathan to come on stage and wear my fairy costume and dance to a Taylor Swift song. Awesome. And up here, my friends Kylie and Helen wish to dance on stage with Courtney. So we're just gonna have a big old dance party up here, okay?
Hold on. So we gotta prepare Jonathan real quick.
Hey, Taylor, my fuse wish is to dance with you.
You want to dance with me?
No.
Let's come to the back of the stage and we can just slow dance.
Just kidding, guys. I'm not gonna dance with Taylor. Both our fingernails are painted pink right now, too. This isn't happening.
We won't do that for you guys. We'll spare you. All right, here we go.
Throw it
Let's
on
hear it for how cute Jonathan looks.
I think it's only fair that Jonathan is like the center act here, and you guys are like some
Backup
awesome backup
dancers.
dancers. All right. What music was it actually? Do we know? Let's hear.
What? Look.
Dance, Jonathan. What are you waiting for? Dance, my man. Yes. Do you need more glitter? Oh, he needed that. He needed more glitter. Why does it seem like he's done this before?
I check it once, then I check it twice. Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me know. Look what you made me
Okay.
All right, I've had
Okay,
enough of
is
this. I almost
shameful.
threw up a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. That was obviously all of our fuse wishes.
You can't hit people with my
obviously.
wand.
I've always wanted to see you in a fairy costume.
You can't hit people with my wand.
Now, for you guys to know the truth, we actually caught Jonathan dancing in the bathroom like that this morning.
It was really weird. So
It
we're
was
like,
weird.
hey, this makes sense. We'll do this.
Okay. Shh. Okay.
Oh.
I have some more wishes. to
Don't
grant.
hit me with your
I
wand,
need my
fairy.
friend Chandler Griggs to come on stage, please.
Hey, Chandler, come on
Why
up
is
here real
Chandler
quick.
coming on stage?
No. Okay, so I'm just gonna read Chandler's wish because it's a very great wish that I think a lot of people in this room who know our sweet friend Jeff Banks would appreciate hearing. So Chandler said, I want Jeff to apologize for every mean thing he said to me. I need a very sincere apology.
What?
I need a very sincere apology to
right.
Chandler right now.
Chandler, what's your middle name? Chandler Elizabeth Griggs. I'm so sorry for every mean thing I've ever said to you. I'll never do it again.
Aww.
Now get off stage.
That
No, I'm
was
just kidding.
sweet. Okay, I have 2 more things to say. Mitchell, it's Mitchell from New Bern. Are you 18 today? Are you 18 today? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then,
Oh, and by the way, Viva is awesome.
Viva is really awesome. Hi, Viva.
That was another Fuse wish.
Oh, okay, one more thing. Okay, Jaden McGirt. Where are you? Jaden McGirt. All right.
Hurry
Hey,
up, come on.
you went down the slide 32 times.
That's a record.
That's amazing.
That is a record, 32
That's
times.
so magical. Fairies can't even do that. That's so cool.
Fairies can't go down slides.
They can't go 32
Why
times.
would they? They
Their
fly.
wings would break.
So cool.
Okay, goodbye, friends. Have a great rest of your day.
So, now, what are they doing now? You are standing up and you're telling the person next to you what the favorite meat you've eaten here at this
What
camp
is your
this week
favorite
is.
meat so far? Bacon.
I'm gonna put your hands together. I was buried beneath my shame. Who could carry that kind of weight? It was my tomb till I met you. Hey! And I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my truth till I met you. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, yeah, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old man knew Jesus when I met you. When you called my name, sing, and I ran out of that grave, hey. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, yeah. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. All right, I want every voice to sing. Here we go. I needed rescue, my sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan, but you called me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I breathe in. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause
you, Jesus. And I'll walk through the fire and not be burned. Pray in the fight and watch it turn. Jesus, tonight I give it all to you. Peace, bring it all to peace. The storm surrounding me, let it break. At your name, still, call the sea to still, the rage in me to still, every wave. At your name, Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear, Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus, Jesus. Call these bones to live, call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear, Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble, Jesus. And Jesus, Jesus. And God, we thank you for who you are. Father, how you look at us, and how you see us and you know us. God, I thank you that you give us life, that we have breath in our lungs, that we can sing praises. I thank you for just the way that you are constantly guiding us, even when we're maybe stuck in the unknown or we have a lot of questions. God, you're still holding on to us, and you're still showing us the way. And it's because of your light that we can see. And it's because of your peace that we can breathe. And it's because of your love that we can live and that we can have freedom. I love that we can sing the name of Jesus. At the mention of your name, all fear flees from this room, and your truth just overcomes that, and you pour out your truth upon us. There's no room for fear, but there's so much room for faith. There's so much room for faith to believe and trust that you are constantly making a way, because you are the way, and you are the truth, and you are the life. That's why we sing Jesus. Yeah. Thank you for this time. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys for singing. You may have a seat.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, before you get comfortable, stand back up for me, please. Oh, y'all are going to awe me. That's cool. Here's what I would love for you to do. Carson, if there's any way we could turn all the house lights up, that'd be great. Here's what I would love for you to do. I want you to find 5 people in this room that you really, really, really care about. Walk up to them, give them a hug, look them in the eye, and just tell them, you have no idea how much you mean to me and I love you. On your mark, get set, go, 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 go. And make sure you go to your small group leader. Make sure you get to your small group leader. If you love your small group leader, let me say it. Hear you say, yeah. Once you're done hugging, you can sit down. Some of you fellas went directly to girls, and that's messed up. We should have played Can You Feel the Love tonight, but I'm glad we didn't. Carson's getting love in the back. That's kind of gross. I see that. So, last day of Fuse, we don't need to check out though, because we've got some important stuff to think about, wrestle with, discuss, debate, argue with, disagree with. And here's where we go this morning. If you throw that first slide up on the screen, it's interesting to me that the medical community have found a common denominator. There is one thing that contributes to Alzheimer's disease, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and cancer. And a lot of you in this room are trying to make judgments, guesses as to what the thing is that contributes to such, and let's be honest, many of these, almost all of these, yes, all of these fatal diseases. But the medical community with Alzheimer's, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and cancer have determined there is one contributing factor to those diseases in people more than any other. And it's this word, loneliness. It's loneliness. In fact, the medical community has said that emotional isolation is ranked as high a risk factor for mortality as smoking. And here's why we go where we go this morning. It's why I ask you to go and give somebody a hug, multiple people. It's why I ask you to tell somebody that I love you. It's because in this room sits a generation that is considered by experts the loneliest generation to have ever existed in our country. It's interesting that experts consider you, Generation Z, the loneliest generation that's ever existed, yet so many of you in this room, in your social media world, know a ton of people and your entire existence because you have a digital heartbeat, and because you have a digital heartbeat, you live in this constant state of comparison and anxiety. You would say you're not lonely, but you are. One expert, a woman by the name of Frida Fromm-Reichman, said that loneliness is the want of intimacy. Loneliness is the want of intimacy. Let me tell you what intimacy is. We have a tendency in a sex-saturated culture to hear the word intimacy and immediately connect it to sexuality. The word intimacy, students and adults, means this: to know someone and to be known by someone completely, and here's the key, without any fear of rejection. It's to know someone fully and to be known fully without any fear of rejection. Here's how I know intimacy is a real thing. Because a few seconds ago, I asked you to go and hug someone, 5 people or more, that you love dearly and you're so glad that they're in your life. And here's what I noticed. There are a ton of you that you moved past scores of people to get to somebody else to hug them. And the reason why you move past some people is because you don't know those people. And for you to walk up to a complete stranger and hug them, this is what you're in danger of, right? You could be rejected. They could say, no, stranger danger, don't touch me. All of us in this room, at the deepest part of who we are, want to be known completely, and we want to know someone completely. And again, the key is without any fear of rejection. That's what intimacy is about. W.H. Auden said this, that we must love one another or die. And here's how this fits into the idea of illusion this morning, students. Here's how it fits in the idea of illusion, adults. There are a lot of us in this room, and this is what you reason about your faith. You think that your faith is personal. Or you think that your faith is incredibly private, that it's nobody else's business. And here's what we'd like for you to consider this morning. Your faith is personal, but it is not private. Your faith is personal, but it isn't private. You can't keep it in the deepest recesses of your life, in your heart, because you won't become the person God created you to become unless you come out to other people that you're loved, accepted, and known without any fear of rejection with other people. And here's what makes that difficult for you as a generation. UCLA Medical Center did a study, and they talked about these incredible dangers of loneliness, of isolation, of nobody knowing about you. And if you throw that next slide up on the screen, this blows me away. Here's what they said. They talked about the difficulties of passing as someone else. Now let's be really, really honest. I need to get in your stuff for just a second. Here's how most of us in this room, and it's the reason why I made the Xerox photocopy comment at the end of our talk last night, at the end of our time together last night. Here's what most of us in the room feel the pressure to do. We feel the pressure because you live in you have a digital heartbeat and you're in a constant state of comparison and anxiety. You're constantly feeling this pressure of passing or posing as someone else. There are so many of you as middle school and high school students, you're scared to death to be yourself because you're not sure anybody will love you for you. And so what do? You wake up, if you're gonna make a social media post, if you're gonna have an Instagram picture, you gotta make sure that you look your best. I mean, nobody wakes up in the morning with your hair all jacked up and your breath smelling nasty and like, Aflac. You don't do that. No, what do? You want to make sure that you look a certain way because you are constantly trying to pass as someone else. You are hiding behind, in many regards, a false identity. That's why there are a ton of you in this room, you have a Finstagram. Finstagram, for those of you that don't know, is a fake Instagram where you can actually be real. Because in Instagram world, right, you have to put up a front. You have to be what everybody else you think expects you to be. So you feel that of hiding behind a false identity. You police every piece of information, every piece of information known about you. Don't answer this out loud, but isn't it true that there are a lot of you in this room, you've asked a friend to take down a post where you were in a picture or you were there? And the reason why is because in your mind, you're trying to control, you don't think this outwardly, but you're trying to control your brand. You want to make sure that certain people don't see you in a certain way. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's another friend, maybe it's a guy that's, crushing on you, maybe it's a girl that you're crushing on, whatever. But you're constantly policing every piece of information known about you. You live in a constant state of terror, of exposure, or blackmail. Heads up. If you've ever sent a picture to someone that you had no business sending, you constantly live in dread that one day that picture may come out, right? Or a text. And consequently, you pose incredibly sharp limits on your friendships. Some of you are no longer friends with people that you used to be really close with because they outed you. Because they turned on you. Because you trusted them and you can't. And if you show the next slide, the whole time I've been talking, doesn't it feel like this? It feels like you're walking around with a time bomb. Like you are a walking, talking time bomb. That at any second, I could be found out for the real me. And if I'm found out for the real me, I'm in trouble. And the whole time I've been talking about, making sure that you police every piece of information. You're selective with your friends. You want to make sure that you're posing as someone else when you're in the public eye. All of you in this room have made this assumption, next slide, that I'm talking about social media. Now, here's what's interesting. The whole time you've been thinking that I've been talking about social media, I mentioned in the beginning that UCLA Medical Center did this study. This study wasn't done in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2018. The study was done in the 80s. And it was done as it relates, next picture, to men and women who had contracted the AIDS virus. And here was their point. The social experience that most reliably predicted whether an HIV positive gay man would die quickly was whether or not he was in the closet. And the point this morning isn't HIV, sexually transmitted diseases, or AIDS. The point is this, that loneliness had the same impact on them that it will have on you. If you decide, my faith is private and nobody knows. You stay in the closet about who it is that you really are, what is that really bothers you, the struggles that you have. If nobody knows, watch this, you are going to die a slow spiritual death. Because God, students, God, adults, He did not create us to live life alone. He didn't design you to be by yourself. Your relationship with God is personal, but it is not private. There's this story, Luke records that there was this encounter with Jesus and his closest followers. I think it's interesting that one of the very first things that Jesus did when he decided to go public with his ministry is he picked 12 guys, 12 dudes to do life with. One of them didn't work out, but that was a part of the plan. But he chooses 12 guys to do life with. And Luke records that his followers were asking him, how do we do this relationship thing well? And I want you to listen to what Jesus told them. He said in chapter 17, verse 3, so watch yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him. And if he repents, forgive him. In other words, if you've got a friend that messes up, care enough about the person and not your friendship with them to go to them and go, come on, you're better than that. If they mess up, rebuke them. Get in their stuff in love and watch. And if he repents, if they decide, you're exactly right, that was really, really messed up, you forgive them. If he sins against you 7 times in a day and 7 times comes back to you and says, I repent, forgive him. And this is the best part about this encounter. In fact, it's one of the most comical verses or parts of the Gospels to me. Because Jesus says to his friends, if one of you messes up, let's get up in each other's stuff and care enough about each other that we say, hey, that wasn't cool. You're better than that. You've been created for more than that. Don't go that direction. Not him, not her, them, that. No. And if they go, you're exactly right, I need to change, you forgive them and pat them on the butt and let's go. And then if they do it again, you do the same thing again. And if they do it again, you do the same thing again. And even if they do it 7 times, you do it again. Forgive them, Jesus says. And here's how the disciples responded to Jesus saying, your relationship is not private. They said, next slide, the apostles said to the Lord, increase our faith. In other words, this is what they said. I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm not sure I want to be that kind of friend to other people. Watch this, because they lived in a culture, a religious system where you kept your religion private. And Jesus goes, your relationship with God is personal, but it isn't private. See, your relationship, my relationship, our relationship with God is private, like me falling off this stage and breaking my arm would be private. If I fell off this stage right now and my arm snapped in 2 and I had like a bone come through my skin and blood, from my bone sticking out of my arm, it's all jacked up and blood was just all in your face, you right there. If it's squirting all in your face and you looked at me and said, Stuart, you broke your arm, I wouldn't look at you and go, shh, I know, nobody should know. You know what I would do if I broke my arm and blood was squirting all over you? First of all, like every man in this room, I would cry like a baby. I would scream like some of you did on the Rapids yesterday, okay? Mommy! That's what I would do. I would be in the fetal position with my thumb in my mouth going, hold me, all right? I would scream. And then I would beg somebody to help me. Why is it when it comes to physical things, all of us in this room want people to know that we're hurt, but when it comes to spiritual things, we want to be private about it? How is it that there are a lot of us in this room that you desperately need somebody in your life, somebodies in your life who know the deepest parts of you, and the reason why you won't be honest and open is because you're not sure you can trust them. See, there's 2 sides to this. Are you the kind of friend that's trustworthy? I mean, think about it. If I right now were to stump my toe on this case, Paul talks about the way the body works. If I were to stump my toe on this case, have you ever thought about how the body reacts to pain? I stubbed my toe on this case, and the nerves in my body from my toes send a signal to my brain. The brain starts sending signals to other parts of my body. And what do people do when they stump their toe? The foot that is hurt comes up like this, and then hands grab the foot, and the good leg starts jumping up and down, and your mouth opens up and goes, "Oh, Jesus," you say something like that, or worse. Every part of your body responds when there is pain. And Paul implies that that's the way he's created you and I. The reason why you need people in your life is so that when there is hurt, when you've messed up, when you've stepped out of bounds, that everybody responds to it. And my question to you this morning is, do you have people like that in your life? I'm gonna get really, really, really up in your stuff. Do you have some people in your life that you need to very gently, very kindly move to the outskirts and the margins of your life because they don't love you that way? Because here's a heads up, and I said this to a young lady yesterday in our middle school Q&A about her friends. Guys and girls, look at me. If you're not losing friends, you're not growing up. If you're not losing friends, you're not growing up. Because if the people in your life are not people that you can be open, honest, and real with, I'm talking about your boys. I'm talking about your spirit sprinkles. Yes, queen. I'm talking about them. Okay? Listen, if you don't have people in your life that you trust, and they are your boys or they're your BFFs, then perhaps you need to consider moving them to the margins and finding some other people that help you become who you were created to become. Because here's the thing. Let me tell you why you have the friends that you have anyway. Can you throw the moon and the earth up on the screen? Here's the reality. For those of you that don't know, the planet that you and I live on has a rock that is stuck in our orbit that you and I call the moon. And most scientists believe that the way that the moon got stuck in our orbit is that the moon was just flying through the universe, and there is the earth, and it has tons of gravity pull because it's so big. And this rock that we now call the moon is flying through our universe. And let's just pretend that this is the earth and I'm that rock. And it got stuck in our orbit. So it literally just started doing this. And it's been doing that. And you know why most of you in this room have the friends that you have? They just got stuck in your orbit. You didn't really choose them. They chose you. They didn't really choose you, or you didn't really choose them. They chose you. And so can I ask a couple of questions about the circle of people who orbit you? Does your circle tilt you toward God? Because for those of you that don't know, once the moon got stuck in our orbit, we talked about this a little bit last year, our planet sits at a 23.5 degree tilt. Everybody look at me, and when I count to 3, do your head this way. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. So we are at this 23.5 degree tilt because of the gravity of the moon. And everybody in this room, your life is tilting toward the people in your life. And my question is to you is, does your circle tilt you toward God? Are the people you're the closest to, teenagers, do they tilt you toward your creator, your purpose, your identity? Or are they tilting you a different way? Let me take it a step further. Does anybody in your life know the kryptonite that you have because you keep putting this cape on and pretending to be Superman? But do you have anybody in your life that knows your kryptonite? And because they know your kryptonite, they want to make sure you stay tilted toward God. Does the circle in your life tilt your life in the direction of no regrets? Or were the people that you ran up to a few seconds ago, and I love you, and I'm so thankful for you, Are they a part of most of your regrets? Did they know the decision you were going to make and never said anything to you? Now, some of us are this foolish. They knew the decision you were going to make, and they literally begged you, laid their life down in front of you, and you did it anyway, and you owe them an extra hug and love later. But for a lot of us in this room, you have friends that you call your closest, and your greatest regret, it either happened with them or they knew about it. Are they tilting you toward a life of no regrets? Does your circle tilt you toward hope? Are you more hopeful that you can live for the name and renown of Jesus, to live from your actual identity and label because of the people around you? Are you better together or apart from those people? I'm going to leave you with this. If you want to go fast, Ricky Bobby, you want to go fast? Go alone. But if you want to go far, old African proverb, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. And can I prove to you, and I don't want anybody to boo, hiss, or make a noise. I just want you to consider how powerful the principle is of the people that you have surrounding you. Because if you are a basketball fan in the room, I would ask you to consider, next picture, this gentleman and what he just experienced in the NBA Finals. Regardless of what your opinion is of him, of whether or not he's the greatest of all time, I think we can all agree he's probably the most magnificent, fantastic physical specimen that's ever played basketball, and he's top 5 at least. And does anybody else find it interesting that it didn't matter how great he was, next picture, when you're surrounded by idiots like this fool? For those of you that don't know, J.R. Smith, who made the most boneheaded play in the history of basketball, who not only had the ball and could have just laid it up and they win the game and it's a different series, but he also didn't realize he had a timeout, and when he was confronted with it, he had this look like, all right, he didn't know. Does anybody else find it interesting that LeBron James single-handedly tried to win a championship and he couldn't do it? And can I tell you why he couldn't do it? Everybody look, because next picture, he was playing against a team. I'll take it a step further. I think there's one more picture. Of the 15 Warriors that dressed in the NBA Finals, 13 of them played and made incredible contributions. And here's what I think. There's some of you in this room, you are a LeBron James spiritually. You are an absolute stud or studette. And here's the problem. You don't have yourself surrounded by incredible people. And nobody's going to ever know how incredible you can be because you've surrounded yourself with people that aren't helping you. They don't tilt you toward God. They don't tilt you toward hope. They tilt you toward regrets. You're better apart than you are together, but you've convinced yourself I'm better with them. That's why I love, for those of you that care, there's a gentleman on this team named Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is due a giant payday. He becomes a free agent. And what did he say about what he's going to do with his free agency? For those of you that care, free agency basically means he can sign with whatever team he wants to that offers him the most money. And he said, I'd rather be on a team that makes an imprint on history. I'd rather be on a team that can make an imprint on history. We've already made an imprint, but it can be even greater. That's what drives me. My question to you, teenager, is would you rather be this solo, incredible person that fizzles out or fades or destroys himself or riddles your past with regret like a ton of adults in this room? Or would you be willing to surround yourself, maybe take a lesser role, but surround yourself with people that are willing to care enough about you to go, that's stupid. Not him, her, that. No, I will not let you go there. I refuse to let you do that. I care too much for you. Let's think about that when we go to small group today. Let me pray for us. Jesus, the illusion is that our faith is private. The reality is that unless we go public with the right people surrounding us, we will not be who you created us to be to the nth fullest degree. And there are so many of us in this room, our lives, even at a young age, scream, testify. We are walking, talking evidence that this is true. And so for what it means for some of us, Jesus, is that some of us have to make some really hard decisions, have some really difficult conversations. It does not mean we recognize that you love everyone and you want us to influence so many people, but we need people in our life that are going to help us become the greatest version of the person you created us to be and not an awful copy of somebody else. I also pray for that guy or girl this morning, Jesus, that is absolutely lonely. They feel in a room of hundreds of people like they are all by themselves. I pray today that you would encourage them in some way, that somebody would walk up and give a hug, a word of encouragement, put their arm around them, tell them that they love them, tell them that they believe in them, because we all need that. You have not made us to do this by ourselves. Community is our greatest need. So we ask you to help us with that today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow. Very, very good stuff. All right, so next on this schedule is your circle up with your small group and do some quiet time. Your leaders have an exercise for you to do, but listen. Shh. Be back here at 11:45 in this room, okay? Thanks, guys.